Finally, another bonsai video. This time I will repot the beautiful pomegranate tree I got as a birthday and New Year's present. If you follow my channel, you saw the unexpected unboxing of several bonsai and bonsai materials. So here's the tree on January 5th when it arrived, still dormant and without any leaves. On February 9th, only a month later, this is how the tree looked. It must have woken up early because I kept it indoors and under warmer conditions, so I urgently need to trim and repot the tree. This is only a week's growth since I saw the buds appear. And in order to try and push back the energy, I need to trim back the shoots so the energy goes back to the root system. And now it's time to check out the root system, trim it if necessary, and repot it in a well-draining soil. Because the tree was still in quite a large draining pot, I'm curious how the root system will look. Carefully I try to remove the soil, not to damage too many of the roots. And after almost half an hour of carefully raking, this is what I am left with. A bunch of long roots, but almost no feeder roots, so I need to trim them back drastically. And this is how the base looked like after rinsing off all the soil. And after vigorously trimming back the roots, this is what I was left with in the end. And while the tree is soaking to keep the roots moist, it's time to choose a new pot for it. Here are some possibilities. This is a blue-green handmade pot from Czechia. Or will it be this handmade Japanese pot? It's unglazed and rough shaped. Another possibility is this rough, round, unglazed Japanese pot. Or this one, also handmade from Czechia, olive green with some brown patches. And then there's this round red glazed handmade pot, also from Czechia. And lastly, one of my favorites, an octagon dark red pot with an antique look, handmade by Hendrix in Germany. To make the right decision, I placed the bonsai in each pot to see what would look best. Then I can make my final choice. In the end, I finally chose a pot, and it's time to put the tree into its new environment with my well-draining soil mix that I also use for my podocarpus. It consists of almost equal parts of akadama, kiryu, lava and fine gravel. I'll put the mix down in the description below. I also mixed in approximately 30% of the old soil so the plant wouldn't get too much of a shock in its new growing environment. As you can see, I went for the red round pot because I think it'll work well with the orangey red flowers or the dark red fruits that the tree can produce in the future. For drainage, I put in a 50-50 mix of kiryu and gravel. Then I added the bonsai mix piled up in the center of the pot. Then the tree is placed on top of the soil mound and twisted and turned to remove air gaps. Then it's secured with some bonsai wire and the pot is filled up with the bonsai mix. To push the soil well in between the roots, it is worked in with a chopstick and then pressed down a bit. To remove excess soil and larger particles at the top, I brush the top with my small cocoa brush, and after a good watering we are done. And this is how the tree looked like after repotting. And here we are again, 2 months later. The tree is in need of another trim, but still I won't do any major cutting or trimming because it's still too early in the season. Thanks for watching, more bonsai videos coming soon.